Latherial, Phillips from the Phillips News Show. How you doing? From Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. Let me quit playing around. Hello, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? It's Friday, July 3rd. Welcome to the Petty Roast Show, Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. I'm your host, Latherial Phillips. What's going on? Welcome back. You probably wondering why I'm wearing a mask, because now in the St. Louis County and St. Louis City, we have basically it's like a new ordinance now. It's like a little mandate. We have to wear a mask, which is cool. I mean, a lot of people I see now, you know what I'm saying, they look better with masks on anyway. I know I look real nice with a mask on. People look at me like, hey, that's a nice looking fella right there, until I just pull it down like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. But that's nevertheless, how you guys doing? But anybody that's listening in, tuning in, you wear your mask. They're not gonna arrest you or nothing. You're not gonna get pulled. I don't know getting pulled over. I don't know how that's gonna go, but if they're messing with you for any other stuff, so you might as well wear your mask. You got expired tags and mask. It might happen. But anyway, July 3rd, 2020. And you know what that means. Happy birthday, Rhonda. And you know what that means. It's the day before the 4th of July, Independence Day. Hey, have you noticed that every year, since I know, every year before the 4th of July, say a week or so, it rains. Then it stops. Then it might sprinkle a little bit. But, come to the 4th, everything's fine. It's a nice day. I'm thinking in my head that God in some way is like, you know what? You're not going to burn my earth down. I got to wet this up. You know what I'm saying? 4th of July is coming up. They're going to be shooting fireworks everywhere across the world. Let me go ahead and wet my earth. Let me make it rain. Let me throw this. Let me put that on there. You're not going to burn my earth down. That's my analogy on some stuff. But it's like every year it rains right before the 4th of July. It rained a couple of days ago. The ground's still kind of wet. It's enough that it won't catch fire. If you think about the analogy of it, the grass and nothing won't catch fire. So everything is just straight, how you say, moist. So it won't get to the point where stuff just burn up. But yeah, 4th of July, what you doing tomorrow, Scott?
I have a show tomorrow.
The show must go on. This is the thing. Even though it's a holiday, show goes on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Show goes on. I don't know about Christmas. We'll talk about that, or Thanksgiving. I don't know. But, me personally, I keep it rolling. Hey, keep it going. Because I'm like, why should we stop the news broadcast because of stuff? Hey, we can eat later. Anyway, let's get to some Petty Roast News. Sponsored today by Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. The radio station where you're going to get your good news, your great topics, and excellent entertainment. And that just came off the fly. But we're going to work on it. No in particular order. I'm just talking about stuff I'm seeing in the news today. But let's just say they basically caught Carmen Sandiego. Ghislaine Maxwell. Ironically, some reason, look, this is a true story, Scott. Today's Friday. I think it was Tuesday. I was at work, and I was like, man, I haven't played Carmen Sandiego in years. I'm going to go download this game on my phone. And then some game popped up, and it was like solitary on some other, with acid. And like solitary this time, it's like I'm putting cards here and there, and it's like I don't see Carmen Sandiego, I don't see no crooks, I don't see no criminals, I don't see nobody like Nick Diamonds or the left hand twins. I'm just making up names, but it was people that you had the actual criminals you had to go catch. I don't know what this is, but the whole idea was of me just downloading Carmen San Diego game just to play the game. And as sure as a cow says moo, yesterday this lady, Ghislaine Maxwell, get caught. And if you don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, do you know who Jeffrey Epstein is? And if you know, and if you're familiar with Jeffrey Epstein, let's just say I don't want to throw allegations out there because, hey, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. If you let me say it on the fly, I could say a whole bunch of other stuff, but allegedly, with quotation fingers, if you let me say it, she was kind of like the person that, brought him the menu and was like, we have choices of this and that. I know it sounds kind of ill-twisted, but it's the best way I can clean it up and say it, but if you know what he's been charged for and you know what happened to him while he was in, incarceration, it's a lot of speculation, a lot of story about that. So this lady getting caught is like, hey, it might be a John Bolton book just sitting in a chair. It might not have to be it might just be a freestyle. No, just like a Jay-Z going into the booth. No pad or nothing. Just I'll tell you what I gotta tell you. And just let it go. A lot of stuff is gonna come out in this case. But if all the accusations are true, whatever, it's a lot of people that's on that list, and there's a lot of famous people that's out right now. And if you've done this stuff, man, that's pretty foul. And I don't, how can you say you don't want nobody to, you want to know stuff like this about people so you can actually remove yourself, because it's like by you hanging with them, it's, being around them, and you find out, you let them into your world of this and that, and all this time they harboring this deep dark secret, and that'll mess you up, that'll make you feel some type of way. And it's like, wait a minute, can't wash that off. You don't want that jacket, let alone somebody try to put that cape over you like Jerry Brown. It don't make you feel good. No, that stuff is sick, man. Hey, it's ill, but they caught Carmen San Diego. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell, so she's locked up. We're gonna watch the news sources to see what's gonna go on, because it's kind of right, because
make sure she doesn't suicide herself.
Oh my goodness, they gotta put somebody in the room with her watching her. It's like she got to need a one-on-one, like in a nursing home, like I work at, when somebody, actually try to do themselves in or whatever. We actually gotta have a face check on them, a 5-minute check, for 8 hours. Imagine we gotta walk with this person and talk with. For 8 hours gotta be this person. 8 hours, 24 hours a day. So 5-minute checks. I mean, that's a lot of checking, And the person, I want to get up and go get a soda. Okay, let's go get a soda. I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, go to the bathroom. You gotta watch them use the bathroom. You gotta watch them eat. You gotta watch them read. You gotta watch them sleep. You gotta do everything. And if you need to go to the bathroom, you gotta take a break. You gotta have somebody to cover you, because if something happened, they're going to be like, somebody was watching him. What happened? Like the 2 guards, they got fired. Somebody's supposed to be watching him. It was 2 people. What happened? Nobody was watching him? I mean, come on. 2 people. And I've seen movies like this, and different movies. The different movies I saw had different variations, but the same results. But anyway, since we're on, we talked about quarantines and well, not quarantine, but mandation to wear a mask. Wear your mask. Again, wear your mask. I'm gonna keep stressing it. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Alcohol gel. I've been saying this for a long time. I said this last year. I mean, for some reason, somebody just told me to just say it. Just pop it up. And we're gonna listen. You don't know what you're talking about. He used to bite his nails. And I stopped biting my nails years ago. So, yeah. It was a nerve condition. I'm not nervous no more. I'm just anal retentive. So, but you can't be anal retentive. Like, what's his name? Matt Damon's friend, Ben Affleck. He said in the movie Dogma, he said, you can't be anal retentive unless you have an anal. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, St. Louis couple pointing guns at Black Lives Matter protesters the other day. I know. I mean, I don't know them personally. I know their names. I've seen their faces before. I'm trying to figure it out because they're, you don't forget people like that. They didn't do. I mean, when I met them, it wasn't nothing like this. Not defending them or nothing, but I was trying to see, was I in court for something? I remember the name, Mark or whatever. I wasn't getting sued or anything. I just remember dealing with something of the sort. Maybe somebody else was dealing with them, but I remember the name. But anyway, these people was so fearful of their lives and their house being burnt down and vandalized, they came out with AR-15s and 45s, and they stood on the yard and they pointed at protesters and they waved their guns. She waved their gun. She waved her gun. He's a lawyer, right?
Both lawyers.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's messed up. That's messed up. Because I'm about to go somewhere with this. Both of them are lawyers. But for some reason, one of the lawyers knew better to not point a weapon. If you point a weapon at somebody that's unarmed, that's unlawful use of a weapon. I have 5 years. Well, I've done 2.5 years probation because of a 5-year probation because of a story. You hear the story? Because I was hoping they got charged. I was hoping whoever pointed gun. If you pointed a gun at an unarmed person, you're supposed to get it. My story happened October 30th, 2010. I'm riding down the street. I just got off of work. It was a Saturday afternoon. I just got off of work. I just done 16 hours. So basically, I worked from 11 to 7. This next time you better get okay. I'm sorry. I was working 11 to 7, and I stayed over and worked 7 to 3. That's rough if you work at nursing. The past medicine, but to stay up from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and pass, the 5 and 6 a.m. medicine, then to turn around to pass the 7, the breakfast medicine, then turn around past the lunch medicine, and you're tired. Your body's working off the whole thing. So basically, you really want to go home at 4 p.m. and go to sleep. So at this time, I get off. I'm driving down the street. I'm talking on the cell phone. Just talking. This car cuts me off. I drive back around the lane to try to cut the car back off before the lane switches over to one lane. I cut the car off. I'm still on the phone. The car pulled up on the side of me, started talking. I pointed my middle finger at these people, and they jumped. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I roll up the street. I get to the store, and I go inside the store. I'm like, okay, I'm off the next day. I'm off. It's like it's the weekend. I just worked over just to pick up some extras. I'm like, tomorrow's Halloween. I'm gonna go ahead and buy some beer and buy some cigarettes. I'm just gonna sit back at the crib and watch scary movies. Order me some food. And just have fun, you know, and just kick it, live the life, you know, just relax. Come out the store with the stuff. Next thing you know, I have Bellefontaine roll up on me. I'm in Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine cops roll me. Hey, we need you to get out the car. I'm like, huh? Get out the car for what? We need you to get out the car. I'm like, what are you talking about? Get out the car. I'm like, okay, I got out the car. He was like, we need you to get on the ground. I'm like, I'm not getting on the ground. I just got through doing 16 hours of work. I'm tired. I'm going to lean up against this car. Get on the ground for, I mean, what is all going on? So nobody didn't say nothing or whatever. So this where the trickery comes in. They're like, do you have a weapon in a car? I said, yes, I do. So they went inside the car. They looked, and they saw my weapon. At the time, I had a Taurus 410 Judge. I just bought it. It was just new on the market. Not too many people had it. He said, I'm probably one of 4 people that he knows of that actually bought this. And I'm like, wow, that's what I want to know. So when they saw the gun, you know, black gun and everything, they're like, oh, okay. So mind you, he was like, well, somebody said you put a gun on me. I'm like, a gun? So yeah, we're gonna put you in the car until we figure it out what's going on. I'm like, what? So I get in the car, and you know, when you make a report on dispatch, whatever, dispatch tells you everything. They're reading back all the stuff and they printing across the screen. And I'm listening to this stuff. They said that I put a chrome 38 snub nose gun on them when I was in fact showing them that I had a silver cricket phone. So I'm in the backseat of the car like, oh my God, these people, okay, whatever. I'm about to get off. Yes, I'm about to get off, and I got my case proven because it's on dispatch. Get down the street to Bellefontaine. I'm like, I can't wait. I'm about to get off. It's all good. I'm sitting there. I'm actually acting nonchalant, chewing gum and, you know, whatever. He's like, hey, you need to put that gum out. So I swallowed the gum. And, I mean, it's just a long history of people not getting along with cops. But that's not my fault. But continuing, he said, well, look, the witness changed their story. I was like, what? The witness changed their story. Well, okay. I need a lawyer. And that was it. So, you know, case may be, yada, yada, yada. Even Bob McCullough was involved in the case, whatever. You know, this guy was trying to, you know, send me up the river. The judge in the case even said himself, he's like, oh my, at me being 36 years old, he said himself at that time, Mr. Phillips, he says, you never been in trouble before. He said, you never done anything. He said, well, it's about time you get on the records. And I was like, well, shit, if that's not racist, I mean, he said, well, about time you get on the books now. You know what I'm saying? Let's put them in there. He said, but since it's your first offense and gosh, I want to stick it to you and everything, you know, we're going to go ahead and get you pro because we think you're going to mess up anyway. And I actually went through the system and everything, you know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm an X-Man when it comes to, it's like I have the power of persuasion or manipulation because, or just uncanniness or probability. Something, I don't know, it's just weird. It's just weird because the time I should have spent, actually, I was off early. The classes I had to, the classes they had to put me through, I finished in a day. It was more as in, it was the system. But that was the system done to me. But I'm fine now. I'm cool. I'm everything's straight. You know, it was just the trick bag of something somebody, you know, do as far as in a lot, which as in I had proof of this and that. I even had a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And the lawyer couldn't even fight enough, you know what I'm saying? It's like she was just trying to get money, you know, when you want somebody to fight. Well, lawyers are all trying to get money. That's cool, but do your job. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just like if you want a honest You want an honest doctor or a nurse, let alone a cop, so you gotta be honest, honest expression. So when I say honest expression, we go towards last week where, Pat and Mark McCloskey decide to hey, my house about to get vandalized, I'm about to I'm fearful of my life. It's about to go down. It's happening. This is the moment we've been preparing for. Get the stockade, grab the beans and this and that. We're about to shoot the place up. It's like everything. And we're just, we're, people just want justice for people, getting killed by cops. But they weren't coming to your house. They were coming to Mayor Lyda Cluson's house. That's the whole thing that's kind of started off, when she got on live, well, you could say Zoom. She zoomed the names out there. She just, she was throwing. It's like she was throwing names out there like money in a strip club, and people was like, "Wow." No, she did. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to go to your house. Because basically you just put a hit on a whole bunch of people. Not so much a hit. It's not that it's going to be people walking down the street violent in case I'm like, there he is, whatever. That's that Black Lives Matter protester. Get on the building. But that's another story because we're not going to go into these car bombings and these little accidental hangings and stuff by some of these black protesters a couple years ago, but we'll talk about that later. But, she felt so threatened that each person that walked by she pointed a gun at them, and if anybody would have walked up on her lawn, yeah, she would have had the right to do it because she felt threatened. But what if somebody walking up on her lawn was like, excuse me, can we talk about your love for the Lord and Savior Jesus? Wow! Even if she shot the person or not, flourishing a gun is a felony. You cannot flourish a gun. You cannot just bluntly just wave a gun all wild Billy. You just can't, Billy walk to the place and just whatever, this is not, how the West was won. It was how the West was won, but this is not how the West was won, so I'm just telling you what I got stuck with no witnesses and no nothing, which the story switched up compared to what I actually saw on live stream and on social media. And I was waiting, and it took a couple of days to charge them, but I mean, still in all, they was going to get charged. Plus, also this week, a black African American lady was accosted by another couple, over a shoulder bump. Whereas, and she pulled a gun out on the woman and her two kids and tried to force them onto the ground. And it's like, this the thing. If you know your gun laws, you cannot pull your gun out on nobody. You cannot flourish no gun. Nobody. You cannot do this. Gun laws is if I'm sitting here with no weapon or whatever, just talking or whatever, and you're just like, oh man, I'm finna hit you up and stuff, and I don't know who that is. I'm finna hit you up, but I'm just playing whatever like that. You just put if you want to get technical about it, you just done this and done that. I come from a different place, a different time where I hate to say, some people think that's the norm where, as in that thing can go off. And it's not just, here and there, I done hung with people that in shot at alley rats compared to people that shot, beer bottles off of foreign fences. So, I mean, it is what it is. But the furnish a gun and the point a gun or even show somebody a gun or whatever, that's unlawful use of a weapon. I mean, you didn't even have to do no. You threatening a act. You can walk into a bank and don't say nothing and just you can show them your shirt and you have a mask on. Show them your shirt and don't say nothing. And if you walk out there with money, you didn't even have to ask for it. It's just the gesture. It gestures to get you locked up. If you gesturing, if you tell somebody, those are gestures. Gestures get you messed up, and well, a lot of people, are locked up for gestures. I mean, it was suggested I gestured, and I almost lost my freedom. If I would have went to court, I mean, it was more like, if I would have went to court, it was like, hey, if you go to court and if you lose, that's 5 years. You know what I'm saying? That's 5 years. And I knew I didn't do it. I knew in my heart I didn't do it. But if they just got this switching that on me as far as saying, oh, these people need to switch their statement over and all this stuff, I don't know what you can do. I'm going to go ahead and just take the slap on the wrist and just, and just do what I got to do. You said, if I do this and do that, it's off my record, I'm good. I had to. And that's the stuff that people are forced to. Where, in this case, it's plain blunt evident. To the point where, if stuff like that happens, let's go down to Florida. We're not going to talk about the fact that Florida itself has 10,000 cases in 24 hours. That's a record. I mean, that's like, I don't know, it's like they went to a Great Muda spitting convention. And everybody brought their own mist. So, the Great Muda is an old WCW wrestler, Anyway, everybody went to a convention and started spitting and spraying each other, or it's like a Primatine mist infection rally. It's like everybody just, or a car parade. I don't know how 10,000 people get infected in one day unless you really don't care. You really don't care. But that's not the point of the stuff is going to keep rising anyway. So that's why I'm telling you again, promo, wash your hands, wear your mask, 6 feet distance, take your clothes off at the door and all that. Just, do it like if you was in space and this was like aliens and you was working with Sigourney Weaver. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that stuff sprayed on it. If you was an astronaut and this was some futuristic stuff, you got to get it then. So we're the pioneers of the new future of stuff that's going to start happening. There's going to start being power steams. We're going to start getting power steamed off. Like water's going to be only used for drinking and consumption and growth, whatever. You can't use it for baths. We're going to get power steamed you. Watch. If they got beignets, I don't know what for, but I know what for, but you got to use it. Hey. But that goes back to the point of what I was saying, that if stuff like that, if people are tripping off the fact that we have 10,000 COVID cases in Florida, trip off the fact that if we have people pulling guns out on you just willy-nilly, the sheriff of Florida county, I can't think of the county, I should have wrote it down. Silly of me to think that but look it up, but sheriff of Florida County said that if anything goes down this weekend involving Black Lives Matter and Antifa, any violent protesters or whatever, he's going to deputize citizens of his community to do what they need to do. Well, I seen a lot of Ricochet Rabbits and Mel Brooks.
That was, by the way, Clay County Sheriff
Clay
Daniels.
County. Thank you, Clay County. What's
Daryl Daniels.
Daryl Daniels. Daryl Daniels. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
That's why.
That's why he keeps me around.
Yeah, yes. Pull up the fact. So, Clay County Sheriff Daryl Daniels said that if anybody start protesting or start rioting or start doing, acting all crazy, he's going to deputize some people down in Florida. Now, listen to what I'm saying. He's going to deputize some people down in Florida. Now, this is a black sheriff. I mean, he's going to say, I'm going to do what I got to do. And he stays in an all-white community, and it's in Florida. And I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to go nowhere with this. The whole state of Florida is crazy, period. They say stuff about Missouri, and the stuff is true. But we all, as in a union, 49 states, Alaska and Hawaii, like Florida, it got a little problem. Why you think Bugs Bunny tried to cut it off the map? This is nothing, that we're not noticing or whatever. 10,000 cases. They're opening up beaches. They're doing whatever they want to do. We can't stop Florida. We can't stop them. I mean, hey, Florida got a lot of diverse people down there. A lot of diverse people to the point where it's not even, they got a voice. They got a voice, and not so much of a voice, the people that's actually in politics run with them. So, if you start tripping, this guy, Daryl Daniels, is going to, he's basically saying, I'm going to get a whole bunch of people. And it's like, I'm just scared of the people he's going to get. And it's gonna go wild. And I was thinking about this weekend too, and this is not to rain on nobody's parade, because this is something that's actually unprecedented. Stuff happens, and it's not our fault. It's the way stuff is. It's unprecedented stuff. If aliens came, you can't blame Obama. You know what I'm saying? Because I think everybody should have knew about the aliens in the presidency. And if aliens been out that long, everybody should have known. You're not gonna make contact and not tell the president, and he know all the secrets. Like, if I know if I know Watergate, I don't. Why can I know ET? It's like, if I know Watergate, why can I know ET? What's the difference? Pages and extraterrestrials, but I don't think that we get into situations, to jeopardize ourselves or put ourselves in situations. So Florida actually is going to be one of the states to look at this weekend. Florida, Texas, New York is always on the topic. Let's just say some southern states. There's going to be a lot of states going to be like, hey, man, we're just going to be cool, going to be chill, It's like, look, we don't have... Is baseball coming back this season?
It's supposed to. For
Okay.
very, very, very short.
Right.
60 games or something like that.
Okay. So, it's like, everybody's basically getting ready for sports. And it's kind of cool, too. And it make you appreciate a lot of stuff, because we can't go to sporting events no more. Like, I used to go to wrestling all the time. Every time the wrestling come to St. Louis, it goes down. St. Louis, WWE or WWF at the time, both of them came. I went to both brands, and when they came, and Undertaker, Stone Cold, Mick Foley, Rock, John Cena, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, a whole slew of people, and the fireworks and the electricity of the crowd, the screaming, everybody's in one accord and all that stuff. That's what I miss. And at the same time, that's just there. But certain sporting events or whatever, bless you.
Thank you.
Certain other sporting events or whatever, people just you know, they just be normal people and stuff, you know. That's a whole nother topic. I can get into it, but it's like, you know what I mean? People, again, put themselves in positions that they don't have to. They don't have to do the stuff. What time is it?
Invite is 8:37.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Thought I had, I was gonna like, let me try to wing it on a little bit more.
It's on your monitor there too.
Bam. Thank you. So, it goes to what I was saying, people do extra stuff. I mean, like this 4th of July week, okay, well, I want to say this 4th of July weekend is unprecedented because this is the first 4th of July that I remember that a lot of people are now celebrating, you know, and it's for a lot of reasons, but mainly because of COVID. And by COVID being around, there's a lot of events shut down that was normally supposed to happen, like the Fair St. Louis. You know, that was been going on. The riverfront has been open. The weather's been real nice. And this is weird. I had to burp. I didn't want to burp my man. The weather's been real nice because anytime other stuff was open, like before this, when stuff was open last year, weather was nasty. You know what I'm saying? But now, this is nice weather. I mean, it's like you might have the rainstorm once or twice or whatever, but it's like, okay, cool. We're used to that. Now, the stuff is more open. But it's different. What I'm saying is because, you know, there's a lot of people are going to be upset, you know, because there's a lot of stuff they're not going to be able to do. They're not going to be able to go here. They're not going to be able to go see some fireworks shows, whatever. I mean, they can see it from a distance. The thing is, you don't have to be right up on it, but some people want to be right up on it with a picnic and a beer. Like, I want to see this. You know, that's not right. And it's like, it is your right, but at the same time, you know, it's your right to do a lot of stuff. But if your rights have rules and restrictions to it, it's not so much your right no more. It's not nobody's right. It's a restriction, you know, to rights. And when you think about little stuff that you get upset about, think about the big stuff that a lot of people have to go through. A lot of restrictions, a lot of no, you can't do this and you better do that and you have to say this or you gotta go there. There's a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, I can go on and just like this, know about this and that, but it's a lot of, how you say, privileges that people will have to break from themselves. You know, you have to break some of these privileges and entitlements. You know, it's just it is what it is. You're gonna have to like, well, you know what? Okay, I used to do this. I used to do that. I got to do this now, and I got to do that now. So I actually got to, you know, be an adult about it. So when you come to that conclusion, it's like, okay, you actually, it's not so much entitlement. You actually sometimes can win by losing, and it's not so much losing. It's so much by letting go. You only lose if you feel like you have to win. Sometimes if it's not your fight or somebody fighting for you, you know, it's chromatic. Let it happen. Just go with the flow. So I done heard somebody, you know, I didn't brought up in conversation. I heard somebody was like, well, you know, black people get to celebrate Juneteenth Day. You know, it wasn't no much restrictions out there. You know, we didn't have to walk around with masks and this and that. And on that particular day, I had a coworker. She had on a Black Lives Matter shirt, and she didn't realize. I mean, it's Juneteenth. I mean, sometimes you wear shirts you don't even recognize what you have on. I had on a shirt. I be wearing, and I'm a connoisseur of weird shirts. I think me and Sheldon off of Big Bang Theory have a secret contest going on, you know, because I love t-shirts. You know, it's like t-shirts sends a message. T-shirts, you know, tell you who you are, tell you what it is, tell you what it's not. It's a self-expression. It's like tattoos and and music, whether it's rock or rap. But the entitlement though to it, whatever, is like you can say stuff, you can do stuff, but sometimes if it's say we're not even gonna use offensive, we're not gonna use hurtful, we're not gonna use damaging, we're just gonna use cautious. If it's gonna cause you to not be infected or not get sick or whatever, we strongly advise, to do this and do that. And there's a lot of people are like that. And my last thing I want to say, I got like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I shouldn't talk that long about it. I mean, I can move on from it. But I'm going to say this to you as it's like a confession, but I shouldn't be confessing nothing like this. But it's something that's serious that's going on. To you, it's from a black guy talking to a white guy. I'm scared of these Karens. and we can look, and it's not even a race thing as far as in men. And now, if two guys just sitting around and we saw a Karen just doing what she's doing, and me and you just sitting around drinking a beer, and we see this, you know what I'm saying? What would you say? It's like, man, she's, you know what I'm saying? You know how guys talk like, you know what I'm saying? But you just sit around, and it's not, I'm not saying that, I can't even say all Karens are bad, because it's like Karen's like the N word for a white woman, whereas in it's like, say, man, I hear that, I heard that word like 5 or 6 times at work the other day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what can I say? I mean, I'm at work. Whatever. Okay, fine. But it's like, it's nothing I can't get. It's nothing I should get used to. But I just look at the situation these people are in. It's like, well, I get to go home. You gotta go to your room. And matter of fact, I think I'm gonna give you a PRN because you seem a little agitated. You might need a nap. So I don't have to just go after you like that. I use the law. I use the medical. I use what's given to me in my licenses and certificates. I use that power. I'm not going to drug you up, but I'm going to look at your chart and be like, if he start doing, or he or she start displaying this type of behavior, do this, and that don't work, do that. And we already went past the point of talking when you say stuff like that. So it's just the fact of the matter. It's like it's weird. It's weird, man. It's weird because like last week when I was talking about the girl that said the N word about her baby daddy and all that stuff. That's the first time I ever heard like in my presence, heard a white lady say that, and I was kind of like, shocked, and that would kind of blew the straw or whatever like that, because I never heard nobody of a white lady say that. I'm not saying nobody gonna think it, but I always had that respect for some reason that was never said around me. Now, white guys, that's a different story, Okay, like say for instance, I got a couple white friends and stuff. I mean, they're cool. I mean, they follow me. They listen. We talk all the time. Like one in particular, his name Mike. But I had like 2 other friends named Mike. We had Fat Mike, we had Big Mike, and and it's like, we had White Mike, but we wasn't calling him like White Mike just be calling him White Mike. Like like if I like, and I understood as I'm saying it, because it's like if I went somewhere with a bunch of white people and they be like, oh, that's Black Lavelle. I'm like, Black Lavelle, in my head I'm like, I ain't gonna be thinking race. I'm like, well, who the hell is the other Lavelle? I want to meet him. You know what I'm saying? And he better not be black. It's like for you to call me that, he better not be Black Lavelle. Now it's like, because I don't know too many Lavelles. But you know, I know a lot of mics, so it's kind of like it wasn't no we're being racist. It was like a term of endearment. It's like, okay, this is this is the mics that we know because a lot of mics and they're all in our group. So it's like it's Big Mike, it's Fat Mike, and it's White Mike like that, And we didn't have to say that, but we were describing it like if we're telling a story. Oh man, me and Mike went to the store the other day and we saw these dudes and we knew them, so we we were just chilling and talking to them like, which Mike you talking about? You talking about Fat Mike? You talking about Black Mike? You talking about White Mike? White Mike. Oh, okay, that's cool. Finish the story. So it's not like we're talking about, and I mean we grew out of it. We grew out of it. Whatever. There's some people that call him that. I mean I don't call him that no more. I mean because it's like he probably one of the few mics, and it's like one of the few mics that I still hang with. So it's like, oh, I just say Mike, his last name or whatever, But we didn't know that because we was listening to other people say other stuff. But it wasn't so much the fear; it was so much the, we didn't want to be, we didn't want to be the same people that we know that's oppressing us. It's kind of hypocritical. But I'm scared of a lot of Karens, and and it's like when I, okay, people, I can be prejudgmental because, like, a white lady. I had a couple of situations where a white woman see me and she'll clutch her purse or whatever, and stand there, and won't say nothing. And most times I got offended. I got real offended. But by me doing comedy and and petty, sometimes, it's like I might just make the situation, give her what she want of the situation. And I have done situations. I'll go woogie 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 or give me that purse, lady. I mean or I just start screaming or hollering, and it's like I might say she's about to say anything. I'm throwing it back on the energy you giving me. I'm giving it to you, but I'm actually taking it to the next level to show you what you're about to do and what you're capable of doing. So coming from me, it seems asinine. It's like, is he crazy? That's the same thing I'm asking about you, man. Are you crazy? So with all this stuff that's going around, you'll say stuff, and when people expose you and put you on camera and let you be who you are, it's like you don't like it. It's like you like calling me out my name in private, but when I expose you and say something about it, or I ain't about to say nothing. I just hold the camera. Whereas in these people holding the camera, watching it, and I'm like, wow, and it makes you think like, is racism rich? Because apparently these people have enough money to not care. It's like, well, I got money. One woman, actually, it was a video yesterday I saw. One woman cut this man off in line. She's like, I'm going up there, start sticking her stuff up there. She didn't have a mask on. They was trying to put a mask on. She's like, nope, I'm not putting a mask on. I'm not putting, whatever like that. She's like, well, I need your ID. So I'm not getting your ID. I can give you my phone number. I can do this. She's been real, yeah. And she was like, I'm going to call the police. And she was like, well, you don't have to call the police. You don't have to call the cops, And she's like, here's my ID. Here's this. Here's that. And the person's still recording. So she gets mad at the person. Bless you again.
Thank you.
She gets mad at the person. And she's like, well, whatever going on for him. Like, yeah. I can afford to do this. I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? So I can do this and do that. I ain't got to worry about money. See my platinum card. You look at my platinum card. I'm like, wow. And it makes you think like a lot of people that's doing it, are in power or have some type of financial stability where they don't have to worry about state or government or federal changing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got my own business. I made my own money. Well, and some people probably got money from like granddaddy clauses, from I know a few people that got granddaddy clause money. When I say granddaddy clause money, meaning, you know, they got rich from their father's father. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever his father was doing, whatever the case may be. But it's to the point where if it's money like that, you might not have to do nothing. But I can say sit there and take it because a lot of people getting punched in the mouth for doing it, and at the same time, there's also assault. So it's kind of like that's why. Trust me, it'll be a lot of more fight videos if you can hit somebody for saying that word. Oh my goodness! I mean, I mean, it's like MTV had to have a segment called, it'll be crazy, but you can't because it's a freedom of speech thing. You have the right to say it. Sometimes you might not expect the consequences to come behind it, and it will be. And the thing is, the actions do merit the situation, but it's like, yeah, but you're still, you know what, he's still using his First Amendment right, and you still assaulted him. So it's like, well, what if he's in my face and he does it? Yeah, and that's when you can do whatever, because he is in your spot. Actually, that's like a terrorist threat word. I mean, because you actually don't hear nothing good comes behind that word. Every time you hear that word, I mean, it's nothing good come from that word from anybody. Even black people. Sometimes, it can be a term of endearment, and sometimes it's like, hey, you gotta run. And the white person said, you gotta run. And it's like, oh, walk away. Or however the case may be. Especially here, coming from a truck with a lot of people. I mean, what was you gonna do? So it's not no word that you hear that, let's say 3/4 of the time is a bad thing. Sometimes, it's like, oh my, cool. I'm just telling you from my street personality and my urban experiences. But other than that, every time you hear that word, is not good most of the time. Not good at all. So it's a lot of people it's like actually kind of, when I say using authority, like the sheriff, he's actually about to deputize. Let's just say, and hypothetically, Daryl Daniels. I'll give you a scenario. Let Latherial give you a scenario. Latherial scenarios. That's gonna be a segment. Latherial scenarios. So look, picture this. Daryl Daniels sitting at the desk, and I got a few minutes too. I'm gonna egg it on. Daryl Daniels sitting at the desk, spinning his keys around. Like he got the old jailhouse keys with a big circle, just spinning around or whatever. And you hear somebody in the cell playing a harmonica, just and next thing you know, it's Saturday, 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Hey, later on they're gonna bring some food on up, some barbecue and this and that. Oh yeah, it sounds good, And next thing you hear, protesters come outside. Now, it can be a peaceful protest. The thing is, Daryl Daniels, and it ain't nothing wrong with being in tune with whatever, the culture and all that stuff, but at the same time, get to know yourself first. He's one of the guys that never got to know himself. And that's sad, you know what I'm saying? Because you could at least found something. You might not know everything, and a lot of black people don't know a lot about themselves, but to have an ideal to seek and find in a journey is the most beautiful thing in the world, like Keith Murray's song. And imagine him though, just, oh no, I'm not gonna have this, you know what I'm saying? My citizens, my friends, my family, no. And he drives out, and all this happens over the weekend because it's gonna take a couple hours to get everybody together
and get everybody sober or get everybody drunk, however the case may be. And he started deputizing these Kens, these Marks, these Pats, and these Karens. He started deputizing these people. The same people that was waiting for a chance to do us in anyway. Over nothing. I mean, you got police called on you for you walking down the street, you know. I mean, there's so much stuff I can name one. I can't even name one that sounds so prevalent because they all is wild, but they all prevalent. But imagine you giving these people power to let me see, what's the word? Authoritize or to be authority to a group of people that's actually have problem with the authority. So if you didn't have a problem with me before and we was just talking yesterday and next thing you know you like I got deputized or whatever, you gotta do what I say or I'ma shoot. That's what basically it is. If you're a deputy, you basically have the same. You get sworn in. You have to raise your right hand. You get sworn in, and you actually, and after the smoke clears, they actually got to give you a job. They actually got to give you a badge. If you survive and you don't get beat up and or ran out of town or whatever, you know, they actually got to give you a job. They got to give you a badge. They got to give you, you know, some. You already had your training. You had on the job training. You know, you actually gonna have a rank probably. You know, you actually might. I'm just telling you, it's like, you know, like war. If you're in the military and you're a private and you're in the war and you're in a platoon or something and your commander or your superiors get knocked off or injured or whatever, you have to take charge. Sometimes you can move up in rank like that, and that's crazy because our next sheriff might not be this. Not be that. No, I ain't gonna say my sheriff, but you guys' next sheriff in Florida might not be Daryl Daniels. It might be somebody else. You know, it might be Yosemite Sam. Oh, look into this. You know, it might be Yosemite Sam. It might be somebody to the point where you're not ready for this. And the thing is, I'm not trying to be kind of bigot. I mean, male chauvinist about this. Male chauvinist, and this is actually real. I don't think nobody should really be like. It was like, what do you need guns for? I mean, I can see guns for protection, but it's like when you think about it, you gotta actually ask these gun owners the real truth or whatever. Like, what's their real answer? What they actually protect themselves from, and they actually gotta be honest, because if you ask me if I need a gun, it's like, well, I need to protect myself from somebody that's protecting themselves, from somebody that's protecting themselves, from somebody that's protecting themselves, from somebody. It's like a circle. I'm just protecting myself from this person, that person, that person, that person, and you know, big old thing. But got a few more minutes. But if you give the wrong people wrong guns in their hands, you're asking for, you know, a chaotic event. You're asking for unorganized confusion. It's going to be an unorganized confusion. 20 seconds remaining. I'm going to cut this raw stream off of Instagram. I'm going to start back up for a few minutes. Give me a second. If you start giving people wrong stories or whatever, they're going to start, I'm not wrong stories, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a story on Instagram. If you give people the wrong power and the wrong weapon, you could off. I'm still on?
You still on?
Okay. If you give people the wrong power and the wrong weapon and to do things or whatever, their intentions are not going to be right, you know. So you protest, you know, do what you got to do. Protest, you know, do what we got to do, you know what I'm saying? we need justice. You know, we know we need justice. But at the same time, if this man's saying what he's saying or whatever, and if you see the area he's in, I'm just saying, you don't bring no knives to no gunfight, or better yet, don't bring nothing to a gunfight. Because if you do go there on a peaceful protest, he can say whatever he want to say. I mean, cameras don't lie, videotape don't lie, images, pictures, sound, all that is going to be in consideration. But he can say one person could have kicked it off, and that's it. That's all he needs for, he can do whatever he got to do. And it goes back to these Karens, and I'm scared of these ladies. The ones that look like Momo especially. I mean, you ever seen Momo, that monster, whatever? That it's like it's a lady's head on a chicken body with no wings. And stuff like that kind of creeped me out because they got that smile, got that like that demonic smile. I mean, I'm like this. I'm kind of weird and twisted in a little sense. I mean, don't excuse me on that. But it's like, if I was going to see a monster or whatever like that, I just want the monster to be looking all evil and growling or whatever like that. I expect that, looking all like, I'm going to eat you right now or whatever like that. I don't expect you to be smiling and have some type of Joker face or any other type of whatever and creepy. I don't expect you to look like Slender Man with a happy face. I can't take that. That's too much. It's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, and it's like, my mind's already racy, and I'm already seeing something that look like this anyway. So if I survive, I'm dog sure. I'm sure about to go to Arkham Asylum and be sitting up there with Sandman and Penguin, but. If you give the wrong people power to actually manifest this into an action, this is gonna get a lot of people hurt over nothing. And this is the whole point of what we're saying about Karens and far as and why. And it's like, it's messed up. I hate to say, black men and women need or minorities need to keep their phone charged. I mean, I hope that the Caucasian friends I got, if they ever see me get attacked, they'll step in. And it's like, I shouldn't have to say nothing. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Ooh. I'm pretty sure. Everything's everything. They're gonna step in. They're gonna help me. That's my barber's telling me he might be ready for me and all that stuff. But before I go, I want you guys to listen to Ira Folks tomorrow on I'm about to say Valentine's Day, I'm about to say New Year's Day, on Independence Day, on 4th of July. Listen to Missouri Black Caucus Radio. Am I saying that right?
Lunch with the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce.
Luncheon with Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce. I apologize, Ira. Luncheon with Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce. What up, Lamont? And Tuesdays, Kurt Schiller's Extravaganza. But on Fridays, 8 a.m., Petty Rose Show. But
let me make an announcement. We're going to be starting the Lisa Ann's show about substance abuse.
Lisa coming back?
Lisa's coming back, you betcha.
Oh, okay. What's up?
And we're looking at the 16th of July to start.
Okay, substance abuse. That's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's what's up, Lisa. Welcome back, hon. Welcome back. But yeah, Lisa, you know what? That's my homegirl right there. If any Karen come up to me, whatever like that, Lisa gonna take her. I already know off the flip. Lisa got my back.
You know she does.
Don't mess with me, Karen. And on a cool note, all my cool white friends, keep the Keishas away from me. That's a deal. Alrighty, Petty Rose Show, Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. This is your host, Latherial Phillips. I thank you guys for tuning in and joining me and listening to me talk for an hour and 6 and 7 minutes, or however the case may be. But next week, hope you guys tune in. Hope you check out everything. Hope you have fun this weekend. Hope you have a safe weekend. Hope everything, just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. Just throw a few pieces of meat on the grill. Pop a few cans of beer. Pop a lot of cans of beer.
Just
be safe, and drink some water. Drink a lot of water and wear your mask. Wear your mask. And please don't cut a hole through your mask and try to eat barbecue ribs or whatever. I don't want to see nothing on Facebook with a slit through the mask, you eating ribs or whatever. I'm going to find your name and I'm going to get you, And I don't want to mistake. Look, I got to go to work this weekend. I got to go to work Saturday at 11 o'clock. So please just shoot fireworks. Don't shoot the fire. Just shoot fireworks. I don't want to be riding down the street. It's bad enough that there's going to be a lot of smoke in the air. It's going to look like some type of war. Y'all be cool out there. Be safe and stay out of trouble. If you can make it through Saturday night, man, you done everything. That's step one, and that's the biggest step. Make it through the night and keep it going. Okay, man. Y'all have a nice day, nice weekend. You stay safe. I'll talk to you guys next week, and maybe nothing crazy will happen this weekend. I don't have to talk about it, but most likely it will, because this is America, and this is the Petty Roast Show, and this is Ferguson, USA, HubTalkRadio.com. Thank you, and good morning.